to my channel and thank you for watching. Today I was feeling suddenly very inspired by my wardrobe, and so I thought I'd quickly throw together 5 different outfits to wear for different occasions through the upcoming weeks of this miserable weather, and also ones that are nice and warm without necessarily being like huge big coats and things. This is what I've been wearing most days, and it's extra cold today, but I've been getting by in these outfits. I'm not going to lie and say I go outside and think I'm warm, but I don't go outside and think I'm going to die. So we're kind of in the middle. So yeah, 5 looks. Most are going to be casual, and a couple of smarter ones in there as well. The first one has been very much inspired by my dad. It would be even more in homage to him if I was wearing a black jumper. I actually wore a very similar outfit to this the other day with one of my black Uniqlo Cashmere jumpers. But this arrived from Under the Stories this morning, and I really wanted to show you it. They have a lot of cream jumpers in at the moment, and as I've told you before, I work with Under the Stories quite a bit, so I feel like I actually own a decent portion of those cream jumpers that they have online. This one is one of the best ones I've had so far because of the length. So it's really good to just easily tuck in at the front, and you've not got loads of extra fabric to contend with, and it kind of looks fine at the back, untucked. Equally, you could tuck it in without it making it look like your waist is wider than it is, because you've got loads of weird bumpy material under your waistband. So yeah, I really like this jumper, so I thought I'd throw this on. And then these are some vintage Levi 501s, which were way at the back of my wardrobe. I bought them in Amsterdam over the summer and haven't worn them in ages because I haven't been getting to them on the shelf. And then I found them the other day and forgot how good these fit. They're a proper dad shape and very much like the jeans my dad used to wear, in that they're really straight leg and quite long. And I also have my church's boots on here, which were a pair of shoes that he also owned and wore very regularly too. I would put on a black thermal or a black t-shirt. I don't have it on right now, obviously, because I'm just inside, but to go out and about, would add on a black t-shirt or thermal underneath here too. And then I'm putting on my Raey wool jacket. Despite the fact it's quite thin, it's incredibly warm. We're back in focus. I'm so sorry, I don't know what happened there. Despite this being a relatively thin, lightweight jacket, it is so incredibly warm, and I don't quite know why. I'm still obsessed with it. I'm still wearing it every single week without fail. I'm actually having to try and tear myself away from wearing it. And I just love how oversized it looks with this. This is a hugely oversized outfit. And then you could add on a black scarf, or any scarf of any description, pretty easily, and be good to go. Just some gloves would be the only thing needed to face the weather. I think it's like 2 degrees today. Today is pretty cold. Next up is kind of an alternative Christmas night out outfit. I say that because it's not very wrapped up and practical, and I feel you've got to save the not very wrapped up and practical for evenings where alcohol may be involved, so that you can put on a beer jacket instead of an actual jacket. But you definitely could just wear like a faux fur with this. These trousers from Under the Stories, they're satin blue bootleg trousers, definitely not for everybody. They're a faint nod to the fashion in Buffy, a little less obviously so than like a mini skirt and knee-high boot, but I think these are so 90s/early 2000s. I personally really like them, and actually think I'm going to find them quite easy to wear. Styled it with my Uniqlo black cashmere jumper. This was in Testing Basics. This Topshop belt, which I've had for a really long time now. I'm actually in the market for a new black leather belt because this one's looking a bit tired, so any recommendations would be very much welcome. My black blazer from the Frankie Store. Goodness knows how many times you've seen me wear this now. I bought it in New York over a year ago, and it's just one of the best black blazers I've ever had. But Under the Stories do always have very similar ones, so I will link an alternative too. And then on my feet are these black suede pointed boots from Loeffler Randal. I think I've probably had these for about 3 years now. And I still wear them relatively regularly because they make your legs look so long, and they're very easy to walk in. I also have them in tan, which I got a lot more recently too. And they're still available online, and I really recommend them if you just want a black boot that's easy to walk in with a block heel. And as I said, they're really flattering on the legs, so I think that's why I've worn them a lot, because they look good with like skinny jeans, straight leg jeans, and then things like this. So the trousers are all the statement of this, and I'd love to know what you think about them, because I personally am quite obsessed, but I have a feeling I may be in the minority with feeling this way about them. So for the next outfit, this has been one of my sort of looks I've been doing when I don't want to wear a really big coat. I really do like big winter coats, but I always feel like they make your outfits feel really samey really quickly because you throw the same thing over the top every single day. So I have on here a thermal top. This is from Next. I got this last year. I'm pretty sure they still do them, and what I really like about it is it's just got a really nice high neck. It's not a turtleneck, but it's just a nice high tight neck. Then I have on under that, an Under the Stories cardigan. This is the one I have with the sort of light buttons on it, which is really nice, but I'm not kind of wearing this for an aesthetic, which is why it's hidden under the blazer, but this cardigan is really nice and warm if you want something practical and cozy. And then it's much warmer than the Uniqlo one I have, which is my other favourite. And then my wool Frankie Store Blazer. Now this is 100% wool. It actually might have a cashmere blend to it. I can't remember. No, it's 100% wool. So it is quite nice and warm as well. And I really like the colour of it. And then these trousers. Now you guys probably noticed that I'm wearing a pair of trousers from Chloe a lot recently. I bought them at Mr. Village, so they were discounted because they were last season. So you can't get them anymore, unfortunately. And I've been obsessed with them. I've been obsessed with how they look to style up, the fit of them and everything. And I found this pair of Under the Stories, which are super similar. Now they're not as thick. In terms of how the Chloe ones feel and the details on the back pockets and things, they aren't really comparable. But I think for the price of these, they are very similar and aesthetically kind of really do the job, and I would really recommend them. The thing that I liked so much about the Chloe trousers was the long leg and the length of the leg, so they kind of skim the top of your shoes, and these do exactly that, so the fit of them is really similar. And yeah, I really like them. I've just also put on my Veja, I don't know how you say that brand, trainers with it, but I would wear this also with like my church boots or some loafers or something like that. I also keep wearing socks with trainers. I don't have socks on right now, but for this sort of weather I would definitely put socks on. So yeah, I think this is like a good outfit, and I would add a scarf. In fact, let me add a scarf. I have a scarf just here. My scarf of choice is just this plain black one from Acne. You obviously are completely paying for the price tag with this because it's a plain black scarf that costs over £100. But it's the perfect length and perfect thickness. I'm by no means saying that you can't find that same length and thickness elsewhere on the high street and don't have to spend on the brand. I did, however, and I don't regret it. I really like the scarf, but I'm not necessarily saying that I recommend you go out and buy it. But yeah, I would just add this on too for some extra warmth, and yeah, this is very much my kind of outfit at the moment when I'm trying to avoid denim too. Okay guys, we've got kind of another party-ish outfit here. Well, very party-ish because I've got bare legs. I want to show you this outfit because my thing with evening wear is always that I like, unless I was going black tie, in which case I would buy, and I never do go to a black tie event, but if I were to, that is when I would specifically buy a dress. But other than that, I always try to wear pieces that are in my day-to-day wardrobe and make them more evening wear. Like recently I had an event to go to and I wore the Raey shirt that I just had on with the shoes I'm about to show you here, which is from Sergio Rossi. But there's something really nice and effortless about pulling together your more day-to-day pieces and making them work for an evening too. Plus you're not spending loads of money on something you might only wear once. So with that ramble out of the way, you guys might remember this Lemare Blazer, which I bought in the spring. I just have on a high neck black jumper from Reformation, and then this black mini skirt, which I wanted to mention especially. Now this is also from Under the Stories. You guys know I have that black silk mini from Reformation, which I have worn so much, and having that skirt has made me realise what a weapon in your wardrobe a really decent black mini skirt is, especially if, like me, you've got like a nice collection of blazers and outerwear, and the lengths match up, everything. I've worn that skirt to death as a styling piece, just as a really simple foundation for an outfit. So I want to show you this one from Under the Stories, which I think is equally as amazing and quite different. It's a stretchy, thick fabric, and if I stand super still, you can kind of see it and tulips out almost over the hips, so it's really flattering because it makes your waist look smaller. Nice thick fabric, so more winter appropriate than the silk one that I was just talking about. But a really good length and everything like that. And the shoes I have on are these incredibly sparkly heels. If you watch my vlogs, you will have seen I just got back from Italy with Sergio Rossi earlier this week, and they very kindly gifted me these incredible sparkly shoes, which were just too good to resist not featuring in this video for some sort of Christmas inspo, because they're literally like the most perfect Christmas shoe ever. And I think a shoe like this, not saying that you need to go and spend a fortune on it, because around this time of year there will be shoes of this style available on the high street as well. But it's a good thing to have in your wardrobe to make an outfit suddenly look really evening-y, really festive if you needed to for this time of year. But it's just a really simple way of making everything go woof a little bit. and having a bit more of a Shazam. No, Shazam's the wrong word, that's the app. A bit of pizzazz to it. We'll go with pizzazz. And guys, my final outfit is very much about this knit, which was sent to me from IRO. I don't know if it's IRO or IRO, because it's in capitals, which makes me want to say IRO. Anyway, it's this incredible, huge, chunky turtleneck neck. No, it's not even a turtleneck really, with this big zippy collar. It is so warm. The reason I wanted to mention it, I know it's quite an expensive brand and quite an expensive piece, but this is the kind of jumper that needs no thermals underneath it. It is so incredibly warm, and you get too hot in it like throughout the day, especially if you're walking around. So it's a really good one if you want to stick with light jackets, which just seems to be my theme at the moment, or especially for this video. So I just have on my oversized Weekday green blazer. I still love this jacket. This has worn in so well as well. Also with my Toteme Leggings, can't recommend them enough. You're probably getting that idea by just how much I've been wearing them recently and how much I've been in videos. I must have washed them like 10 times now probably, and they are just as good as new every single time. And then my Tods Boots, which I've been wearing equal amounts to my churches. My churches feel a lot more classic and chic, and yeah, those are the two words for it, classic and chic, whereas these, because they're chunky, feel a bit edgier. And I'm sort of liking them when I've got on really skinny trousers or the leggings, and then a clumpy boot and an oversized top half. So yes, this was the final outfit. I really hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I know it's been nice and short and simple, but I was just feeling inspired, so I thought I would make it. Links for everything in the description box as always, and I'll see you in the next one.